What's up, guys? So quick disclaimer before we get into this video. I am working on getting all of my equipment gathered up. We record at a gym that has very loud music playing, and it's kind of hard to get proper audio quality at this gym. So just bear with me for these first few videos. I'm going to do my best to get my equipment rounded up as fast as possible so we can have as little technical difficulties as possible moving into the future. But for the next few videos to come, just expect slightly lower quality than what I would like to provide. After that, I'm going to turn things up a notch. We're going to be pumping out a lot of content. It's going to be extremely high quality. It's going to be very enjoyable. And you guys are going to hopefully love the things that we have in store. This video is actually recorded prior to me officially taking ownership, so I still have my badge on from work, but I am now the official owner of Powerhouse Nutrition in Lubbock, Texas. So we are extremely excited about that. I am so grateful. I'm so thankful for everybody that has supported me up to this point, everybody that has shown me support since we've taken over. The response has just been unimaginable. I mean, you guys have just been so amazing to me, and I can't say thank you enough. I don't know how to express my gratitude. The only word that I can constantly come up with is that I've been extremely blessed. For you guys to support me, that's hopefully all I'm going to do from this point forward, is give back, return, support you guys. So thank you all. Let's build a brighter future together. And on that note, I think it's about time we get into this video. So yeah, keep in mind the quality is a little bit low. The audio may be pretty shitty from time to time, but the content's pretty good, and it's only going to get better from here on out. So thank you guys for tuning in. Enjoy. What is going on, YouTube? We are finally back in action today, recording a new video for you guys. I know it's been a long time coming. I've been trying to get back on tube for a very, very long minute. So today we're back. We're going to be doing a full form workout. We're actually about to go train chest with Austyn Richardson. So his Instagram name is going to be austin.jace. I'll tag that like right here somewhere. A really, really smart individual, especially whenever it comes to fitness, training, nutritional advice. He's got a really good head on his shoulders, really focused on mentality and mindset, and building the strongest version of yourself, both physically and mentally as well. So we're going to be recording the full workout and then possibly throwing in some training tips, suggestions and exercises, things along those lines. After the workout, we're actually going to come back here and record a long form podcast as well. So I'm really going to dive into some deeper topics, motivation, mindset, burnout, how do you stay disciplined, where do you find your motivation. I'm excited to finally be back on the tube, excited to finally be back sharing content with you guys and back in your lives. So like I said, I'm extremely grateful, I'm extremely blessed. If you are here right now watching this video, I am so thankful for you, and I hope that you enjoy. So sit back, relax, and let's get this show on the road.
I dabbled and dominated every genre, but now I'm back and I'm raising the bar again. I know you won't give me my props, just like my pops, cause he was a part of it. Some of y'all really think that I just came up overnight, ignoring the start of it. Y'all can bicker back and forth about to come up, but I do not want a part of it. Tell all my haters to get in the line, I'll be with you all in a minute. And until I'm number one, I know embracing the hate is something that I never be finished with. Then people saying there was nothing I couldn't do, cause there isn't a box you can fit them in. So I would love to see you do it better or any faster than the time that I did it in. Just make sure you don't forget the part about me walking on you on your own song. Don't you ignore the comments, it goes off.
Alright, so we're going to be getting my pre-workout together. Today we are going to go with Superhuman Supreme, as always. And then you always got to have a good pump stacked in there with it. So we're going to be using the new Panda Pump. Very heavy nootropic blend built into the Panda Pump, so I am liking that one a lot. I've recently switched over to a much heavier nootropic profile throughout my entire day. So the 600 milligrams of alpha GPC that's in the 2 scoop serving size on this Panda Pump really gets you wired in, gets you laser focused, especially for me when I'm training at 6 a.m. No later than 6:15 I'm getting to the gym. Panda Pump, Superhuman Supreme, both of those you can find at the one and only Powerhouse Nutrition LBK. If you guys aren't in Lubbock, hit me up, shoot me a DM, leave a message in the comments. And we also have an e-commerce site. It's going to be powerhousenutritionlbk.com.
I'll do this till I get warmed up, and I always, you'll see a lot of people that are like kind of bowed out, bringing the fist in. The key here, you really want to bring in your biceps. You can notice just like the difference in my chest contraction just by bringing my arms in like that.
Try to touch your elbows together.
Exactly. All right, so we got our first main mover, incline dumbbell chest press. Typically I do about usually 4 sets, 2 working sets. Set for my top set's a feeder set, so I usually do about 8 or 9 reps. And then I jump it up to my top set, which I usually shoot for 10 or more. But bringing your biceps in at the top of the contraction, and you want to be engaging that chest from the bottom all the way through to the top. Yep. Rather than just moving weight. So from here, you're getting that chest activation all the way through to the top of the squeeze. And then when you set back with your dumbbells, I want that chest up, scapula retracted. What that's going to do is open up your torso. It's going to open up that chest and really stretch it out. So that way, when you're at the bottom of the rep, you're completely open. So here, chest is open, scapula is back. Full range of motion through the top.
Where your subs from?
Powerhouse Nutrition.
That's right. The one and only.
All right, up to the top set. I'm thinking, sheesh.
Right here. Nah, not today, not today. Let's go 140. Let's go 140. I think I got it.
That's my squat max. You want 4 reps? Yeah, I like 4 reps. Always. 4 reps, hey. 4 reps are the key to growth. I'm touching over 140, so let's see how it goes. Come on. Up. Drive. Up. There it is. Up. Push. 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 Squeeze. There you go. I'm not even gonna attempt that. That's a little heavy. Easy because they're so small and compact. Lightweight. Look at those clean reps. Easy money, come on. Up. Come on. Up. Gotta use it or lose it. Let's go. Up. Come on. Come on, bring it in. There you go. I feel like that set was never ending.
What's your opinion on back off sets?
I think they're great, but personally, I'd rather save them towards the middle or end of a workout.
I agree.
Because this is the first exercise. We still got a whole workout.
Well, it's instead of back off sets on one of your first pressing exercises, I feel like drop sets at the end is much better, right?
I would not do a drop set right now.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Back off sets at the beginning is kind of like a drop set at the beginning. It's pointless.
Yeah.
You're gassing yourself out before you hit real muscular fatigue.
Yeah. Unless I really just feel like I need another set. But at that point, if I need another set, I don't think I went hard enough on my working sets there.
Exactly.
But
yeah, if you're hitting peak performance on your top set, then a back off set shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree there.
Alright, so we're doing decline chest flies. Typically I do 3 sets, increase weight on each set. Always shoot for 10 plus reps to failure. Especially on that last set, it's pure failure. So definitely over 10, just gas it out. So, decline chest flies, a lot of people like to bend over, like a 90-degree angle of the hips. That defeats the purpose. It takes away from the decline angle of your chest. You want to stay more up, you want to keep your chest full,
and you want to push through the bottom, almost like you're doing a bear hug of somebody that's short. So. You notice how his shoulders are up, chest is up, pressing down at the bottom of his chest. He's not here, all bent over, taking away from the angle of the lower chest here.
See all the striations. I think height takes a big place in it.
That's what's crazy. Is like you're what, 6'1", 6'2"? 6 foot. 6 foot, really?
Right, well, like barefoot.
See, I'm like 6'3", 6'4", depending on the shoes.
Yeah.
But it just makes so much of a difference. Something like every inch is 8 pounds, right? Typically do 2 top sets on this? Yeah, like middle of the workout, probably do a couple sets of failure on this. That's what I usually do, 2 top sets. And then I might actually do a back up set on this just because of the, like the... Well, that's like, yeah, I'm going to do a drop on this one, so I'm just going to strip one plate off and then rep it. The exercise is very controlled, so I can get like some good hard reps out of it. Yeah. Squeeze those last few reps. Well, let's see. You do decline? I guess. Might as well. Like just like sit back into it and like scoot forward with your butt.
Slacking.
Yeah. People try to overcomplicate chest, and there's really only 2 movements that you can do for a chest exercise. There's a push and there's a fly. That's the only 2 movements that your chest can do. So if you're doing some sort of a push or some sort of a fly, you're doing a good chest exercise. But don't overcomplicate it. Just 1 major push, 1 major fly, get in, get out, a couple auxiliary exercises, and that's it. Alright, so we're gonna finish it up with some incline dumbbell flies, and then we're gonna go do some burnouts on probably push-ups or something simple like that. Hit a little bit of posing, and that's about it for the workout. So, not anything super crazy. We're not getting creative or inventive. It's just tried and true exercises. Like I said, there's really only 2 movements, a push and a fly. So if you get those 2 done, you did a good chest workout. Up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Up. Squeeze. How many was that?
I don't know, like 11 or 12? I think. Lost count.
Let's go. Lightweight. Come on. Up. Push. Keep going. Up. Come on. Let's go. Up. There you go. Alright. That's good stuff. You good? I've never done this. I've never done There you go. Up. Easy money, come on. Got it. Up. Come on, come on. Wrist your elbows. Up. Up. Come on, come on, come on. Up, up. There you go. My pose is so long. That's low. There you go. Now flex those lats. There you go. Your arms look a lot thicker too. You're like, instead of like this, you're bringing everything in.
Yeah, the biceps are closer, yeah.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
So like, I've seen a lot of composers like,
Because that's like old school classic.
but then you bring it down, and you just look just thicker. You see the shoulders, everything's.
But then you feel like that's like a difference in era of posing.
You can see it in
I
here.
feel like this is more bodybuilding and like this is more of a classic look. I mean, personally, I think this pose what looks best. I mean, I agree. Yeah. I mean, that's not like Terrence his front double like way up here. Does he? Yeah, and then C-Bone's like way the fuck down here.
Yeah, I think Chris is a little low on some of his poses, but and then and bring his elbow towards your torso. Just look how much thicker you look right there.
You see what I mean? It just like really impacts.
Side chest action.
Only a has been coffee. What's up, guys? My name is Colton Shackford, and this is the Mentality Resolute podcast built to help change your mind and find yourself in success. Today, I'm joined with a good buddy of mine, Mr. Austyn Richardson. Known Austyn for about 6 or so years now, going a little over 6 years. We originally met back at a supplement store here in town, and our friendship has just kind of grown and blossomed since then.
It's been that long?
Yeah, because you were complete in 16, right?
I don't even remember. Yeah.
Yeah, because I started November of 16, going into 17, and you were already gone.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah, it was
time flies.
Over 6 years now. Yeah, going on 7. So yeah, but yeah, I originally met at a supplement store here in town, and then our friendship just kind of blossomed and grew as we both pursued our route through bodybuilding, and then both kind of found our way out of bodybuilding around the same time. So we both have very similar mindsets whenever it comes to personal development, growth, and self-mastery. So I'm very excited for the conversation that we're going to have today. Hopefully you guys get some good information out of us. But yeah, so Mr. Austyn Richardson, please introduce yourself. Say a couple things about yourself. Where are you from? What got you into, I guess, originally bodybuilding that then transformed into self-mastery and personal development?
It's a good question. It's always cool to reflect on that. So I grew up in Midland, Texas. I came down to Lubbock back in 2014 when I started school at Tech. And man, to be honest with you, I was never intrigued by just the route of bodybuilding. I never had any ties to it. I never had any knowledge of it at all, honestly, until I just there's some events in my lifetime that kind of led me into the gym more so, and really just trying to find a purpose. I was young and going through school, and like a lot of people, I didn't like school much.
Yeah,
I was just there because I feel like college was the thing to do.
Right.
I think a lot of people actually face that, and so the gym kind of provided me with that purpose that I needed. And, I had no direction with it at first. I just figured it was something good to do. It was good for myself physically and mentally. And at that time, people were starting to come out on Instagram with like just fitness pages. Mm-hmm. Like that was the early days of it.
Right.
And it was nothing like it is now. Back then it was just like pretentious photos of like bullshit supplements,
Photoshop,
just like very generic stuff. And but I thought it was cool. I thought it was like, oh wow, like these guys, they're big, they're doing something right. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of first intriguing. And then I went to my first bodybuilding show in 2016. Yeah, it was my sister's second show. She competed, and I don't even think you know any of this, huh? And so that's like, I was working out at the time, but I just wasn't around the community or culture that was competing. Mm-hmm. And she was living up in Colorado. And so she was really like, she was just introduced to that.
Yeah.
And so when I saw her, compete at her second show, I was like, wow, this is what I could do with, I'm already in the gym.
Right.
Might as well do something more purposeful with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I went, I just like, it gave me a direction to go with my training. And from that point on, I was just like, man, I got to get big. So it's just, I didn't even know what a food scale was. I was eating like Pop-Tarts pre-workout, as much chicken and rice as I wanted to eat. Mm-hmm. I mean, just dozens of eggs a week.
Right.
I had no idea what I was doing.
Exactly.
Yep. And, that led into like a mildly successful bodybuilding career, if you call it that.
I'd say so.
I did 8 shows. and I did pretty well. You know, I had a pretty, I'd say I had a promising physique in the way I was going.
Overall winner of the Dallas Europa. So
Yeah,
biggest
that's probably the
amateur
biggest.
bodybuilding show in Texas, I would say.
Yeah, and honestly, probably bigger than a lot in the country, just
Oh, yeah,
because of the
easily.
scope of bodybuilding in Texas.
Well, yeah, I
in
mean,
general.
if you're in a show in Texas, it's pretty much bigger than any other show anyway. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say Dallas Europa is pushing borderline sometimes competition of, nationals levels.
Yeah, for sure, because it's right around the time of the beginning of the junior national shows or
Mhm.
junior USA's, whatever. It's like right at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Well, I say beginning of the year, beginning of the show season, and so it's a good warm up show for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And no, it's funny. I was actually told by the head judge there. His name's Tarek. He does a lot of shows for muscle contest shows and national shows, judging. And he told me if I came in, like 10 pounds lighter at USA's, that I had a good shot at my pro card. But literally, no, I wasn't doing USA's. That was my last show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say along the way, bodybuilding certainly. And that's a reason I don't compete anymore is because I got everything out of bodybuilding that could possibly provide value to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll always continue to live like a more structured, disciplined lifestyle.
Right.
Because that's just, in my nature as I've grown up. And, but as far as competing, I just don't see any value in doing it that I could take forth, going ahead.
Right.
Sure, it's fun, but for what really? And there's a lot of complications that can come with it. And, I have personal reasons of why I just don't want to do that. Yeah. But I'm forever grateful for, the discipline that it instills in you and just the character traits that you develop and establish from being so regimented and disciplined, and just gritty.
Definitely.
Because I was that type. I wasn't competing for the experience of it. No,
right.
I competed because I loved it and I enjoyed the process with it.
Right.
And I think establishing that thought process with it, basically just like being able to dig deeper into the why and the reasons, why did I ever do bodybuilding and why did I stop bodybuilding? Has so much more weight on my current life and my mindset now than it did when I was doing it.
Right. So on that note, I kind of want to backtrack a little bit and spin off because I feel like me and you come from very similar, I wouldn't necessarily say upbringings, but what we've put ourselves through seem to be kind of similar because I myself was an extremely bad kid. I did all of the, quote unquote fuckboy shit. I got into a lot of bad things that I probably shouldn't have got involved in. And I don't know, actually, I can probably say with pretty certainty that I would not be anywhere near the individual that I am today had I not found myself through bodybuilding and through the discipline that I acquired and mastered in bodybuilding. And I feel like that's honestly, like, that's basically what you were saying. Is, you were headed down a very more or less bad path in life.
I wouldn't say it's bad. I had no direction. I was just young and like trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
And I never really had any type of mentorship growing up or any kind of role models per se. And, bodybuilding is one of those things that you can really start chiseling away at your own life in your own direction. And it's all in your hands.
Right.
And which I think a lot of things and everything is in this life, really up to you.
Yeah.
But just being able to just start from nothing and go where you want to with it is something that's really unique about it.
I think that is. I think that's one of the coolest things about it because you can literally watch your efforts manifest in front of your own eyes in the mirror looking back at you. Yeah. Because you can imagine whatever physique as a young aged kid, but you're not actually going to reach that unless you put in the work and you put in the effort to get there. But once you do see those results start to manifest, it's life changing. It's literally mind boggling sometimes to literally see it happen.
Man, I have, and one athlete of mine in specific that I think about, I always tell him this because, him and I are pretty close. And I tell him, I say, when I was going through this, like when I was where you're at, like speaking to him, when I was where you're at, I thought to myself, if I want to be here, I'm here and I want to be here. Nobody else can get me from there to there except for myself.
Exactly.
And so it's like, am I going to stop? Am I going to quit and never find out what it's like to get here?
Right.
Or am I going to get there?
Exactly.
And like looking, it's kind of in the moment, you don't really, I don't think you exactly see the weight of it.
Yeah.
But, thinking back now, with the perspective that I have now, it's just, it's a very, it's a tangible thought process for sure.
Exactly. All right, guys, and that's it for this first clip. I wanted to cut the podcast pretty short because I didn't want this first video to run too long. And also, you guys should go check it out over on my Spotify. That's going to be at the Mentality Resolute, or you can search Colton Shackelford on Spotify. Either one should pull it up. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Till next time. Peace out.